Why the shell of the tortoise looks cracked. In a little village in Africa called Mulolo, lived a very cunning tortoise who was known for his laziness and his ability to use tricks to get what he wanted. One day, while he was lazing away under a tree, he overheard some birds perched on the tree talking about a feast in the sky that they had to attend. Tortoise, who was always looking for opportunities to get things for free, immediately called out to the birds and politely asked them to take him along with them to the feast. "But you can't fly," said the birds. "How do you expect to reach the sky?" "Oh, my dear friends," replied the tortoise, "if each one of you would lend me 2 feathers each and help to stick them to my body, I could fly with you people to the sky." The birds did as the tortoise requested, and they all flew off to the sky to attend the feast. Along the way, the tortoise told them that he knew the customs of the sky folks well and that it was a tradition for each guest to choose a name for themselves in honor of the feast. Convinced, the birds each chose a name to be called during the feast. Tortoise said his own name was "All of You." After they arrived, a big pot of steaming delicious food and tasteful calabashes of drinks were brought and placed before the guests. "My dear guests," said the host, "this is for all of you." "Dear friends," Tortoise said, "you all heard, what has been brought is for me." You heard him say all of you. I am sure your own food and drinks will be brought later. Tortoise ate and drank everything. The host wondered why the birds were not eating or drinking and thought that maybe it was in the culture of the land folks that only the one who looks different should eat and drink on behalf of all. The birds became angry with the tortoise's selfishness and pulled out their feathers from the tortoise's body and flew away, leaving him stranded in the sky without any feathers to fly back to Earth. By chance, the tortoise saw Mr. Hawk flying past and pleaded for help. "Dear Mr. Hawk," he said, "I have no feathers to fly back to Earth. On your way to Earth, kindly request my wife to lay out in the yard everything soft found in our house. Since I can't fly, I will jump from here and land on them safely." Hawk agreed to take the message to the tortoise's wife. But Hawk had heard about the greed of Tortoise towards the birds and he was also angry. So, instead of telling her to lay out everything soft, he asked her to lay out all the hard things, saying that her husband said he had some work to do with them when he arrived. When the tortoise jumped from the sky, he landed on the hard things and shattered his shell into 1,000 pieces. He lay moaning in pain and calling for help. Luckily for him, some ants on their way to look for food helped him stick together the pieces of his shell to his back. It took quite a while for the tortoise to heal, but the deep crack lines on his shell remained. And so, to this day, the deep crack lines on the tortoise's shell serve as a painful reminder of his greed and cunning nature. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe for more.